Right now, a new court records show the woman charged with helping two inmates escape from a maximum security prison in Portage was being threatened. And lawmakers on Capitol Hill are expected to pass a stimulus bill to help small businesses.
This is News 3 Now at noon.
Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kane. Thanks for joining us. We start with new details about the kitchen worker at Columbia Correctional Institution facing charges for helping two inmates escape last week. According to a criminal complaint, Holly Zimdahl told detectives that someone had threatened to hurt her daughter, who works as a correctional officer at CCI. Zimdahl reports she started receiving threats in February in the form of notes left around the kitchen where she worked. She told detectives she didn't know who was making the threats, but whoever it was told her to bring items into the kitchen and where to hide them. Zimdahl admitted to purchasing clippers from Farm and Fleet and hiding them. The two inmates, James Newman and Thomas Deering, are back in custody after showing up at an Illinois nonprofit that helps people who are homeless. The criminal complaint says detectives found a makeshift rope attached to a fence outside CCI and clothing items covering the barbed wire fence. The 19-year-old accused of crashing his car into the back of a parked semi has been charged with homicide by drunken driving. According to a criminal complaint, Donovan Luz Torres told police that he was, quote, kind of wasted when he crashed, killing his friend in the passenger seat. Luz Torres' blood alcohol content was more than twice the legal limit to drive. He's also charged with driving without a valid license, causing death. The crash happened early Sunday morning north of Easttown Mall on Hayes Road. 18-year-old Justin Wixom of Fitchburg was killed in the crash. A court commissioner says Luis Torres' bond at $1,500, and his attorney says it's likely the defendant's family will pay. Let's head to the Weather Center now. Meteorologist Chris Reese has a look at your first WARN forecast. Hi, Chris.
Hello, Mark. Things are certainly pretty cloudy out there. Get used to that. That's something we're going to see as we go through today, into tomorrow, and likely into part of the weekend. And at times we're dealing with the fog, too. But here's Visible Cloud Track. You see that cloud cover really holding strong over parts of the southeastern portion of the upper Midwest. But in some cases, holes are starting to break through, so you may get a ray of sunshine or two. Look out for those, because that's what you are essentially going to get for your sunshine as we go through the day. Doppler track does show a couple of showers, mainly fine throughout southeastern Wisconsin. So these are just south of Milwaukee. I can't rule out a shower as we go through the rest of this afternoon, but most of us are going to be dry. Check this out, though. While we're at 46 in Madison, 70s show up just towards the west and southwest across parts of Iowa. There's a reason for that. There's something there, and it's keeping the clouds around. The question is, how long will that last? We'll be answering that in a few minutes.
All right, we'll see you then. Thank you, Chris. Another Dane County resident has died from complications of COVID-19. The county is reporting 388 confirmed cases and 21 deaths in western Wisconsin. The Vernon County Health Department is reporting its first confirmed case. In Grant County, the Telegraph-Herald reports 11 residents and 8 employees at a long-term care facility have been diagnosed with COVID-19. That's at Orchard Manor in Lancaster. The World Health Organization says almost half of the people who have died of COVID-19 in Europe were residents in long-term care facilities. WHO's Europe director called it an unimaginable human tragedy. In a press conference today, he said that there's an immediate urgent need to rethink and adjust how long-term care facilities operate. In the U.S., more than 47,000 people have lost their lives. In Georgia, cases continue to rise, but the state's Republican governor is pushing forward with a plan to partially reopen businesses tomorrow. Last week, the president tweeted 3 states led by Democratic governors need to be liberated, and his words helped inspire protests that continue to take place across the country.
It's sad, it's pathetic, and it's unconstitutional.
A new CBS News poll finds 70% of Americans say the nation's top priority should be slowing the spread of coronavirus, not getting the economy going. 71% said they would not be comfortable going to a bar or restaurant. 85% wouldn't be comfortable getting on an airplane. And 87% said that they would not be okay attending a large event. Congress is taking action today to help small businesses devastated by the coronavirus pandemic and social distancing restrictions. Skylar Henry has more details from Capitol Hill.
The House is expected to pass a nearly $500 billion stimulus package today.
We have to be very prayerful And we have to be as bipartisan as we can possibly be, as united, working together.
The bill provides another $310 billion for the small business loan program that keeps workers employed after the first round of funding ran out in just 2 weeks. $60 billion is designated to help rural and minority-owned small businesses.
At a time of great crisis, Congress has continued to function and has come together in a bipartisan manner and has done important work on behalf of the American people.
But even before this latest bill is signed, the battle lines are being drawn over the next round of stimulus spending.
Democrats want to include money to support state and local governments, which have been decimated by the pandemic. But Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says he's okay letting states declare bankruptcy.
It's also time to begin to think about the amount of debt that we're adding to our country and the future impact of that.
President Trump says he's not worried about the government taking on more debt.
This was an attack. This wasn't just, oh, gee. And this wasn't the flu, by the way. You know, they like to say the flu. Nobody's ever seen anything like this.
The president asked his CDC director to clarify comments that a second wave of the coronavirus this winter could be more difficult because it coincides with flu season.
I'm accurately quoted in the Washington Post as difficult.
But Dr. Robert Redfield says he disagrees with the Washington Post headline, which said the second wave could be more devastating. Skyler Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
The White House also reassigned the man leading the government's efforts to find a coronavirus vaccine. Dr. Richard Bright says he was removed for resisting a push toward unproven treatments touted by President Trump. Millions of American workers applied for unemployment benefits for a 5th week in a row. The federal government reports 4.4 million people filed first-time claims for unemployment benefits last week. After factoring in seasonal adjustment, U.S. workers have filed 26.5 million initial claims since March 14th. About 16% of the U.S. labor force is suffering from layoffs, furloughs, or reduced hours during the pandemic. Well, the NFL draft happens virtually tonight. ESPN's anchors will be at the network's studios in Bristol, Connecticut. Players, coaches, general managers, and NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell will be in their homes. Goodell will reportedly announce first-round draft picks from his basement. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
If you love steak, garlic, and having everyone smiling around your dinner table, I suggest you don't go anywhere.
This is online learning. Today, it's more relevant than ever. This is you, a person looking for a lasting career. And this is Herzing University's Everywhere Classroom, where you can earn a degree in nursing, healthcare, business, and IT, anywhere, anytime. Take an online course free and get comfortable with online learning. That makes a degree from Herzing University more relevant than ever. I'm possible at Herzing. Learn more today.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection remains open to serve our customers and communities during these times of uncertainty. During Safer at Home, we've got you covered for all your plumbing service needs. Call us for help. We are here for you.
Hi, it's Jan from Toyota. As part of your community, we're here to help you during these challenging times.
Keeping your Toyota safe and reliable is important, especially right now. Many of our service centers are open. Schedule service online and drop off and pick up your vehicle with no contact. Need to replace your old vehicle? Most Toyota dealers offer online shopping and will defer your first payment for 90 days.
We're here for you. Contact your local Toyota dealer to see how they can help. Toyota.
Please join Madison Magazine, News 3 Now, and Channel 3000 in supporting local businesses. Of vendors, options, and hours of operation, go to MadisonMagazine.com. Thank you for supporting local businesses.
Hey Wisconsin, it's tough times right now. Fearing's audio-video security normally focuses on providing technology solutions, but right now it's self-care.
Things like establishing a routine, getting outside every day, getting a good night's sleep, taking time for meditation or prayer, and just think about what you're grateful for. We can do this together. Visit unitedmadison.com/help. Brought to you by Fearing's Audio-Video Security and United Madison.
Nothing beats a steak that's juicy, flavorful, and tender. So on those occasions when you want to splurge a little, I have just the thing. If you have a food processor or a blender, now would be a great time to take it out. And if you don't, no worries. You can chop all the ingredients by hand. We start by placing a bunch of fresh parsley in our chopper, along with some olive oil, fresh lime juice, a bunch of peeled garlic, and a generous amount of salt and pepper. We put the top on and pulse it until everything is well combined. You may need to scrape down the sides a couple of times, but that's easy enough. Now we pour all but 1/2 cup of this over a beef skirt steak, cover it, and place it in the fridge. After an hour or so, you'll want to turn it over so every inch of our steak soaks up all that goodness. Then it's cooking time. And you can do this indoors on a grill pan or out on your charcoal or gas grill. It only takes minutes before everything smells garlicky delicious. Once your steak is cooked just the way you like it, slice it across the grain and get ready for one of the most flavor-packed steaks you've ever eaten. To get the recipe for our garlic lover steak, you know what to do. Visit our website. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a garlicky good way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Thank you, Howard. Next at noon, cooler today with a slight chance of showers. Chris Reese will have your first warned forecast next.
You can garden safer at home with the help of Jung Garden Center. Curbside pickup is now available at all 5 Jung Garden Center locations. Visit jungseed.com to learn how to place your pickup order so you can get your home growing season off to a safe and healthy start.
Imagine facing Wisconsin's bitter cold winter without a warm home, or the blistering heat of summer without power, then having to make the tough choice between eating or meeting other basic survival needs. Unfortunately, over 200,000 of our neighbors in need will face this difficult decision with no place else to turn, including those who are now unemployed due to the COVID-19 crisis. Keep a neighbor in crisis safely in their home during these difficult times by supporting and donating to the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund today.
Coming together makes us stronger, and Ford is built to lend a hand. Contact your Ford dealer, an essential part of your community, to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. After all, you have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you. Find out more at Ford.com. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 72 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2020 Ford models.
Are you nervous about leaving your parents' phone plan?
You got this.
You could have.
It's just a plan. Nope.
Individual plan phobia.
Plan phobia? Mm-hmm. We got your back.
Switch to your own plan at US Cellular and get $400 back.
Plan phobia? Mm-hmm. They got your back.
Switch and get $400 back. Only at US Cellular. Choose fair.
You can garden safer at home with the help of Jung Garden Center. Curbside pickup is now available at all 5 Jung Garden Center locations. Visit jungseed.com to learn how to place your pickup order so you can get your home growing season off to a safe and healthy start.
When VP Mike Pence visited Madison, News 3 Now scored the exclusive.
We asked him about testing supply shortages. We're confident that we have a sufficient amount of testing.
For more local news that impacts your life, choose News 3 Now.
Hi,
folks. On what was supposed to be the end of the Safer at Home order, we're looking ahead to the next month still under quarantine.
We'll tell you what's different this time around and why people are still planning to protest outside of the Capitol.
We're on Friday morning from 4:30 to 7.
The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Well, jobless claims wipe out employment gains, and Target hits the mark with a surge in digital sales. Diane King Hall has your Money Watch report.
Stocks moved higher in early trade despite a troubling weekly jobless claims report. According to the Labor Department, more than 4.4 million people filed for unemployment benefits last week. That brings the total to more than 26 million since lockdown orders began across the country. It means every single job added since the end of the Great Recession has been wiped out. Gap says it has stopped paying rent. The retail chain says it stopped paying in April and warned it might not have enough cash for operations. Like many other retailers, Gap had to close its physical stores to comply with shutdown orders. Gap says it's trying to negotiate with landlords on deferments or abatements, but says it may need to make more job cuts over the next 12 months to stay afloat. On the flip side, Target says it is seeing Cyber Monday size online sales. Overall, the big box chain is reporting a more than 7% jump in same-store sales for its first quarter. While there is less store traffic, the boom in web sales has come as shoppers try and avoid store trips during the pandemic. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. I'm Diane King Hall.
Diane, thank you. Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrials up 159 points. The NASDAQ up 63. The S&P 500 is up 16.5. Farm Director Pam Yankee is here today with today's Ag News. Hi, Pam.
Hey, how about a little good news on a Thursday? We have learned that Watertown, Wisconsin Dairy has been selected the winners of the U.S. Dairy Sustainability Award. Rosie Lane Holsteins in Watertown, owned and operated by Lloyd and Daphne Holterman and their partners Tim Strobel and Jordan Matthews, are the winners this year for their practices that involve not just environmental practices on the soil, but also critical animal care that reduces their carbon footprint. You can find out more about the farm and all the things that they're doing as far as sustainability practices are concerned on my website, MidwestFarmReport.com, or Fabulous Farm Babe on Facebook. You know, the sad part about it is normally this award would bring all kinds of celebrations, all kinds of accolades, but because of COVID-19, they are going to have to postpone the formal celebrations, if you will, until sometime later this fall. But congratulations again to Rosie Lane Holsteins in Watertown, the U.S. Dairy Sustainability Award winners for 2020. We're continuing to follow up on complaints from consumers about seeing limit signs up on dairy purchases across the state in grocery stores and retail locations. I talked yesterday with Chad Vincent, CEO of Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin. You remember they launched a website to allow consumers to report those incidents. He said to date they had received more than 350 reports of dairy limitations at grocery stores or convenience stores, and they were following up on all of them. He said they are also partnered with the Wisconsin Grocers Association and their approximate 900 locations around the state to not only take down those limitation signs, but instead put up signs of support, encouraging people to support Wisconsin dairy farmers, buy Wisconsin dairy products, Wisconsin milk, Wisconsin cheese, anything you can as far as Wisconsin dairy is concerned. So some good news there. And here's another one. In fact, the dairy message is reaching all kinds of audiences. Just this week, the Packers tweeted out support for Wisconsin dairy farmers, and it was retweeted by more than 2 million followers. And that's just a quick update on what's happening in food news so far for a Thursday. Don't forget, MidwestFarmReport.com, Fabulous Farm Babe on Facebook when I can't be with you here. I'm Pam Yankee. Be safe.
You too, Pam. Thank you. Here's Chris now with a look at your forecast.
It's a tale of two stories across the upper Midwest, Mark. Some of us are cooler. Others of us are knocking on the door of 80 degrees. It all just depends on where you are in relation to this stationary front that's just towards the south. This has been the reason we're keeping some of the cloud cover around, along with those shower chances a little closer to that stationary front as you work your way towards southeastern Wisconsin. So I want to show you temperatures right now. As you work your way through Wisconsin and parts of Michigan, you have a lot of temperatures temperatures that are in the 40s and even some upper 30s. But then let's head towards Des Moines. That's where it's 67 right now. 73 in Omaha. Hill City, Kansas coming in at 75, all because they're simply on the other side of this stationary front that's really prohibiting a lot of the warmer temperatures from making it this far north. Nonetheless, though, we do continue to watch Doppler track just to see if we see any showers. Right now, the showers in Wisconsin, those are well south and east of Madison. So Lake Geneva over towards Kenosha and Racine, that's where we're seeing the showers right now, and a lot of those are moving out towards Lake Michigan. We'll watch what's happening back towards the southwest of Lake Geneva just to see if we see any development of more showers. But as you work your way to Madison, points north and west towards the Dells, over towards Lone Rock and Platteville, things have been dry for now, but it's still possible that you see an isolated shower or thunderstorm pop up as we move into the afternoon. 46, that's where our temperature stands. Winds are coming out of the north and east at 6 miles per hour. A northeasterly wind, folks, that's one that's always crucial into bringing in some cooler temperatures around here. 48 for our friends in Watertown. Fond du Lac coming in at 42. Manitowoc, 38. Then we jump down towards Janesville. That's where the temperature is 50 right now. Monroe at 49. Platteville coming in at 49. You see the yellows just towards the south. This is where some of that warmer air on the south side of that stationary front is trying its best to move northward. We'll see how that happens. Look for temperatures in the low 50s this afternoon, perhaps upper 50s as you move towards the south and west. Clouds increase overnight. So this is tomorrow morning. We're waking up and it's still cloudy. Temperatures will be in the 30s at this point. But I'm honing in on perhaps a little more robust chance of showers tomorrow, especially for Madison and Point South. So this is lunchtime towards 2 o'clock. I'm expecting a line of showers to develop just towards the south and west over near Platteville and then work its way eastward along that stationary front into the afternoon. So something very similar to what we saw yesterday around 5 or 6 o'clock from west to east. That moves out of here quickly. We'll see a little clearing overnight and then more clouds come our direction as we wake up into your Saturday. Folks, expect these clouds to stick around as we go through the weekend. We'll watch early next week just to see if we have another system developing, and that's looking a lot more likely at this point. So this is Monday. We see another chance of rain, then perhaps a bigger chance of rain develops as we head you into Tuesday and Wednesday. Overall, though, the upper Midwest over towards New England, we're looking at a wetter than normal pattern as we go through perhaps the next 6 to 10 days. That could even be the case as we go through the next couple of weeks. It does not look to be intensely wet, but nonetheless, those rain chances will certainly stick around. Sunday is about the only chance that we have for true sunshine, but even still, those models are coming in cloudier with that, so there may be forecast adjustments later on. Monday, Tuesday, into Wednesday certainly do look damp. We'll see more sunshine, though, by the time we get you towards Thursday and Friday of next week, with temperatures into the mid and upper 60s. We'll watch next Saturday for more thunderstorm chances.
And 60s are where it should be this time of year.
Oddly enough, yes. So if we see those highs back into the 50s, we're actually below average.
Let's get back to average.
All right. We'll see what we can do.
Thank you, Chris. Up next at noon, we'll introduce you to our pet of the week. His name is Big Guy. Stay with us.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
For almost 50 years, we've built trust within our communities by making customer delight our top priority. That trust allows us to improve lives one home at a time. During this challenging time, we want to make sure your needs are being met without stress by offering 2-for-1 windows with no interest and no payments for 1 year. So go ahead, visit us online, or call now from the comfort of home.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Grand Appliance and TV is committed to serving our customers and neighbors now, just as we have since 1930. If you need an appliance, we're open, and you can shop our website 24/7. We've expanded our live chat, email, and phone support, and are here for you with an extra 5% off most purchases. Our delivery pros can do a no-contact drop-off delivery or full in-home install. Grand Appliance and TV. You know us, and we know you. You can count on us.
My mom was a bank teller, but her hands were so crippled by arthritis she could no longer do her job. She applied for Social Security disability benefits. Like most people, my mom was denied. I'm attorney Don Becker. Don't be embarrassed and don't give up. My mom appealed. You can too. Disability law is all we do.
Call the Becker Law Office, 1-800-254-7766.
With so much uncertainty in all of our lives right now, News 3 Now wants you to know we're here for you. And like you, we're practicing social distancing and working from home whenever possible. But we are still committed to bringing you the information you need every day. Trust us for the latest facts on the health crisis and the related economic factors as well. We all want to get our lives back on track, and we'll get there together.
Hey, it's time to introduce you to our pet of the week. His name is Big Guy. Ash Collins at the Dane County Humane Society says this is the only adoptable pet they have right now. Everything's gone. He's a 20-year-old appendix-type gelding with a red chestnut coat and 4 white socks. He spent many years as a very loved and spoiled pasture pet, but now he's ready for a partnership with a new family. Big Guy has done lots of training while in the Humane Society's care, and he's learning how to be a gentleman and work better with human friends. Beautiful horse. Last week's pet, Valentina, the rabbit, was adopted. The Humane Society has a fun photo contest happening right now. The UWW Student Fundraiser Photo Contest is going strong. You can submit your pet to the contest or vote for your favorite at giveshelter.org. Proceeds from the contest will support animals at the Dane County Humane Society during this difficult time. You could win amazing prizes, including a $100 gift card to Chewy.com. So if you're interested in adopting Big Guy or checking out other animals at the Dane County Humane Society, you can call the Adoption Center at 608-838-0413, extension 145 to speak with an adoption counselor, or go to giveshelter.org. Let's find Big Guy a big home. And here's Chris with the forecasts.
Mark, clouds and shower chances continue as we go through tonight, into tomorrow, even into your Saturday. So get used to those sticking around for at least the next couple of days. Our next chance for true sunshine, that comes our direction as we move into Sunday with temperatures into the upper 50s. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday next week will once again feature chances for some showers and thunderstorms, but we look drier by the time we get you towards the end of the week with temperatures into the mid-60s. More rain chances return by next Saturday.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thank you, Chris. That's our time for now. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. In the meantime, have a safe afternoon.